What's up everyone, welcome to today's video, and today we are going to be reacting to a Ben Shapiro video. Literally, student loses it while debating Ben Shapiro, and yeah, let's get right into it, guys.
Before I ask my question, so do you come from Holocaust survivors, or are you a Jewish family that didn't?
So my great-great-grandparents arrived here. A lot of our extended family was killed in the Holocaust, but our immediate
Your
family
great-great-grandparents, but not your grandparents.
Right.
Oh, do you have friends whose grandparents were Holocaust survivors or anything like that?
Of course, many of them. Yeah, I've helped write memoirs of Holocaust
survivors.
Yeah.
Their families are kind of messed up, right? Like, my family is very messed up.
I mean, if you go through a trauma like the Holocaust, I would imagine
they teach that trauma between generations. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, trauma very often in a lot of circumstances is passed down. I mean, I know some kids of Holocaust survivors who are now fantastic, and some didn't. I mean,
yeah. Okay, so you are officially woke. That is what wokeness is about. It's like, people's grandparents or their great-grandparents were slaves.
Well, it's okay. No, it's okay. Guys,
fuck you! I'm talking.
Guys, I actually want to hear. I want to hear.
Damn.
It's okay. It's okay. I want to hear. Let's at least hear the argument. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Go.
What? He wants to hear me.
I do want to hear it. It's fine. Let him go. Let's hear it.
Come on.
So explain how that's woke.
So I mean, the whole thing is like, let's see. So during Silent Calvin Coolidge's administration, do you know about like the Great Mississippi Flood back in the 1930s?
I understand that American history is filled with racial evil.
Yeah. And that causes some intergenerational trauma, which affects people's ability to be, effective, things like that.
Fine. So let me ask you a question.
Okay, before we hear Ben Shapiro's point, let me just say something very quickly, Everyone keeps on talking about how, there is, exclusively in the Western countries, how there is racism and stuff like that in the past, But let's be fucking real, guys, Is there any country that did not have, some sort of racism, at one point or another? Especially if we're looking at, most European, Arab world, come on, there's still, in a lot of places, there's still a lot of racist shit going on. But it's just, people are just complaining in America and in the UK for no fucking reason. It's well, duh. Of course, there's, no matter where you go, you're gonna face racism, bigotry, any way of trying to, any way of people trying to put each other down. It's just what people do. There has to be a yin and yang in this world. There has to be people that, kick people down, and then there's ones that help people up. It's just the way it goes, and it's just about how you deal with these things and stuff like that. I swear down.
Yeah. So if the idea is that history has consequences, of course that's true. That's not wokeness.
Yeah.
That is not wokeness.
Yep.
What wokeness suggests is that fundamental institutions in American society
it doesn't.
Yes, it 100% does.
I ran Elizabeth Warren's campaign. I helped organize her volunteers around here. I am a representative of wokeness.
Okay. Well,
and that's just, this is all it is.
Yeah, I don't see why he's even getting so excited about wokeness and all of that stupid shit, because that is kind of fucking, when people are if you're woke or if you're not, that's kind of just fucking stupid, to be honest, because what the fuck is the point? What is the benefit? What is the benefits of you being oh, I'm woke, so people can accept you what? Socially, what? I don't understand. It's better for people to just be more self-aware and actually know what the fuck they're doing with their life and how their life affects others. And I just don't see what this guy is waffling on about, in all honesty.
All it is.
Well, I
when I went to go get my first tattoo, the guy had lightning bolts and 88s tattooed on his neck. And as a Jewish person, that's really messed up. It's basically a threat.
There are racist people who exist. The argument that you're making, and I'm going to close with this because this is going in weird.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy, bro? This guy, bruv, he is one of those guys that what does he get? Oh, microaggressions fuck me up, and he's moving mad. Bruv, he's like purposely looking for any any excuse for him to like act like a victim, bruv. Like, bruv, allow that. Like, please grow the fuck up, my G.
Directions, and I don't really want to.
No, it's not.
I don't really want to get. No, just hold up a second. I let you get out your arguments, and now it's time for me to respond because I let you say the full argument.
Okay, I'll let you respond, but
no, not but. Now's my turn.
You are not characterizing what I'm saying accurately.
Now it's my turn. Your definition is inaccurate. The reason your definition is inaccurate is because any sentient human being would acknowledge that history has consequences.
Right.
But if the idea is, but that's not what wokeism is. Wokeism is a different thing. Wokeism suggests that all inequalities of today are attributable to not only historic injustices, but also continuing injustices in the now. And that all disparity is attributable to discrimination.
Like that, but a conservative.
Not just that.
A conservative is the only person. And I want to know why. Why is it that conservatives are the only people who define it like that? Why are conservatives the only people?
Okay, so we're gonna have to stop here because this is going nowhere. But
what's up?
I'm gonna have to stop with this with you because this is going nowhere. All I'm going to say is this. To sum up,
I just am trying to understand your perspective. Just one more second. On a fundamental level, you're shifting definitions to avoid the consequences of your own argument. And if the idea is final point.
What is wrong with this guy?
If you are also,
oh,
final point to sum up there.
Now you want to talk free speech.
Final point to
I can follow that.
Yeah, one more. I just want to make, honestly, I want to make one final point to sum up there. If the idea is that traumas of the past invariably bleed down into the present, that does not explain why certain groups that have been historically not only marginalized but slaughtered in mass genocide are some of the most successful groups in our society. So if the idea is... If the idea is that past trauma always equals current inequality, or that my actions in, say, robbing a convenience store are attributable to bad actions that happened in Alabama in 1930, the answer to that is no. Don't rob the convenience store. The only way that you're going to be able to break the chain of history is to make good decisions. What people on the left don't like to talk about is actual solutions. What they like to do is bitch about problems that existed 60 years ago and blame those for failures to solve them now.
I agree with him still, because you can't just be like something bad in the past made you do what's like going on like kind of now. Because guess what? Bare man that live in like shit areas, like anywhere that's like the hood, dead areas, everyone sees this every time. But people want to ignore it, yeah? The fact is that like, bro, like it doesn't even matter where you come from, what your family, whatever, any of that shit. It really doesn't. It matters about your actions, your determination to just get whatever changes you want done. Like, I'm gonna be fucking honest, there's a lot of people that talk about they want equality and stuff like that, but they're talking dog shit. They don't want what they're talking about, because they don't want the responsibilities that come with that. They just want to see like kind of like benefits that come with it, if that makes sense. Like they want to just take all the benefits, but any losses, nah, we're not about that life. You can have people, yeah, like so many scientists are fucking proving this type of shit, that like two people can go through the same shit in life, but they just both have different perspectives on it, and that can get both of them to shoot into completely different directions. Like these things happen all the time. Do you know how I can prove it? You guys, if anyone looks at anyone, like if you live in the hood, anything like that, you're always gonna remember someone that either left the hood, did some shit different than everyone else to make things happen. Even if they said they went through the same shit, they was in the same ends and all of that. At the same time, with that being said, we can't be expecting everyone to be kind of good as well, because there kind of needs to be kind of like bad people, just so the good people can know not to make those mistakes and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you to all of you legends for dropping by, smashing like, comment down below on what you think, and yeah guys, I'll be catching you all on the next one. Bye guys.